Have you ever dropped her off, watched her walk away, and felt that strange silence in your chest? She kissed you goodnight. She smiled like everything was perfectly normal. But something deep inside you, your gut, your instincts, your soul was screaming that something wasn't right. You didn't catch her texting another guy. There were no missed calls, no lipstick smudges, no late-night lies. And yet, you felt it. That quiet whisper inside you saying, she's already gone. You just haven't realized it yet. And here's the brutal truth: you were probably right. Because not all betrayal is loud. Sometimes it starts in her mind. Sometimes the cheating begins in her heart, long before it ever touches her body. Most men don't see it coming, not because they're naive or foolish, but because they lead with loyalty. They give their trust to someone who's already halfway out the door. And if that's ever been you, if you've ever poured your love into a woman who was secretly keeping her options open, then what I'm about to share might hit like a flashback. Because there are patterns. And while not all women cheat, the truth is certain types are far more likely to. This video isn't about blame or bitterness, it's about clarity. Clarity that could save you years of heartache and confusion. Clarity that could help you walk away before she walks all over you. So let's break it down: the 5 types of women who are most likely to cheat and how to spot them before they crush your loyalty. Let's begin. Type 1, the chameleon. She becomes everything you ever dreamed of until she doesn't. At first, she's a mirror of your ideals. You mention you value loyalty. She says, I've always believed in that too. You talk about deep conversations. Suddenly, she's quoting philosophers and listening to podcasts on Stoicism. You start hitting the gym. She just happens to show up in leggings and a smile. She reflects your values, your goals, your rhythm so perfectly it feels like fate. But here's the twist: she's not truly aligning with you. She's just adapting. She's blending, not building. Because a chameleon doesn't stay loyal to a partner. She stays loyal to whatever makes her feel secure in the moment. And when your strength falters, when life gets heavy or your energy shifts, she starts looking for a new vibe to mimic. One that feels stronger, shinier, or more exciting. Type 2, the eternal flirt. She doesn't just enter a room, she glides into it, as if the spotlight follows her wherever she goes. And she knows it. The way she makes eye contact, how she casually flips her hair, or leans just a little closer than necessary when speaking, it's all intentional. Even the way she holds her phone when talking to someone else, or the playful familiarity in her voice when she chats with the bartender, it all radiates the same thing. Look at me. Want me. You might tell yourself she's just being friendly, but deep down something doesn't sit right. Because for her, validation isn't a bonus, it's oxygen. She needs it to breathe. It's not about cheating, yet, but attention. Attention is her currency. And when that need becomes an obsession, betrayal isn't a shock, it's inevitable. And here's the twist: when it happens, she won't call it cheating. She'll call it chemistry. She'll say it just happened, or worse, we were drifting apart anyway. You might even hear her joke, half laughing, half serious, saying things like, if I ever did cheat, you'd never find out. That's not a joke. That's a red flag in high heels. The truth is, the eternal flirt doesn't cheat because she's heartless. She cheats because she craves being desired. And when that craving takes over, she'll trade your peace for a spark of attention, even if it burns everything down around her. Type 3, the trauma drifter. This one, she doesn't walk into your life. She crashes into it like a storm needing shelter. At first, you feel like a hero. She's vulnerable. She opens up. Maybe she tells you about a toxic ex who hurt her. Maybe her father abandoned her. Maybe she curls into your arms one night and whispers, you're the only one who's ever made me feel safe. And in that moment, you believe you're building something real. But you're not. You're not building love, you're becoming a crutch, an emotional band-aid for wounds she hasn't healed. You try to hold her steady, but she's addicted to chaos, to intensity, to emotional highs and lows that make her feel alive. The danger. The moment your strength slips just once, she'll go searching for another savior. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she never learned how to find stability on her own. And that's when cheating becomes her escape. It's not even about desire, it's about survival. About starting a new emotional story when the old one gets too real. The heartbreaking truth: you can't love someone into healing. You can't carry them into peace. They have to choose it. And until she does, every connection she makes, including yours, is just another bandage over a wound she won't let close. Type 4, the I deserve better girl. She walks through life with a crown of entitlement, not earned but imagined. She's loyal to no one, but believes the world owes her everything. You try to be thoughtful. You plan a date that's simple, sweet, genuine, but to her, not fancy enough. You give her your time hoping she'll feel love, but she wants gifts. You open your heart, show vulnerability, and suddenly you're too emotional. This woman constantly talks about what she deserves, not because she's been growing, not because she's striving to improve, but because she believes the universe should simply hand it to her. And when you hit a rough patch, when your career takes a dip or your confidence slips just a little, she starts scanning the horizon for someone more on her level. For her, cheating isn't betrayal, it's upgrading. She doesn't view relationships as partnerships built on trust. She sees them as ladders, and if stepping on your neck gets her one rung higher, she'll do it. No guilt, no second thoughts. Just another filtered Instagram story with some cliche caption like, "Becoming the woman I was always meant to be." Run. Fast. Type 5, the emotional gymnast. She'll twist every situation, every failure, every betrayal into a perfect performance. She's the master of emotional acrobatics. Every jump into someone else's arms justified. Every tear you shed ignored. Because in her world, cheating is never her fault. You weren't attentive enough. You were too focused on your goals. You didn't match her emotional tempo. She'll say you were too distant or maybe too nice. Whatever version fits the narrative she needs, she'll use it. But the truth, she's been preparing her exit strategy since day one. To her, men aren't partners. They're lifeboats, temporary vessels to float in until the waters of real intimacy get too deep. Then she jumps and blames the ocean, blames you, blames the timing, but never herself. Now listen, none of this is about pointing fingers or blaming women. It's about opening your eyes, because when you know your worth, you stop chasing people who treat loyalty like it's optional. You stop trying to fix things that were never yours to fix. If any of this hits close to home, if you've ever felt like the man giving everything to someone who gave you excuses in return, type "far from weak" in the comments. Not as a badge of pain, but as a promise to yourself. A vow to stay strong, stay grounded, and most of all, stay out of chaos. Subscribe if you're done being played. And remember, in a world full of noise, stillness is strength. Loyalty is rare. So guard your soul like it's the last real thing on earth, because it might be.